Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make custom movesets. So I'll be showcasing what you need to do and also how they work. Alright, the first part is actually really self-explanatory. You just need to be in a private server. Once you're in a private server, click this little plus right here. Click on yourself and enable this option called free build. You can use slide to get around certain places that if you want to hide your movesets, like I have mine hidden around the map. Those, I'll demonstrate those later. First thing we want to do is make an eraser block. So I'll be using this little plate up here with a light blue color, so it's easier to tell which is which. I'm going to make the eraser block first. So what the eraser block does, it deletes your current moveset. So that's what enables you to get custom movesets. It's the main part, or one of the main parts. So you're going to put an eraser block down. And then you're going to put a input ID. Let's see here. I'm going to make a random custom moveset that should be easy to use. So you're going to put its input ID. Once the input ID is very important. If you fail to use that, it won't work. So we're gonna click this. We're gonna make it big enough to swallow the player. Around no. I'm trying to make it small but usable. There we go. Now we're gonna go to our inputs. You're gonna place down a touch block. A touch block is those little red boxes you see around those movesets. That's what allows you to erase your movesets and pick them up. The touch block is very important and probably one of the most important pieces. So in order for the touch block and the eraser block to work, they have to be big enough for the whole entire player to fit inside of it. So now that we have it built, this little input ID right here is going to be, let me click it. This little input ID is going to be one of the most important things we have. So I'm going to put it down right here. Now there's a little line that connects them both. That shows that they're wired together. So I'm going to disable free build, and look, my current moveset is gone. That's how you make a eraser block. You can also put a little part right there to signify what it is. So I'm going to put a little barrier or cobblestone and just make it red. Yeah, forget it. I can tell. So the next part is the actual moveset itself. If you want to make custom movesets that are just copy and paste from the originals, let me take for example. It's just a renamed. It's just renames. So now when you have like Clever from Locust Guy, Beat Down, Mahara, Divine Pummel, Gum Gum Ham, Mahito's Gummy Worm Launcher, the Hammers from Mahito. So I stopped making my moves like these because I want them to be more cinematic and more fun to play with. You can still make them like these, and they're really easy to do, and you don't need to do any of the complicated stuff. But it's better to do with the complicated stuff because it'll end up better. Alright, for the next part, since we're going to be making the complex movesets that you've been seeing. Let's see here. You're going to go to logic. Click on the NOT gate. The NOT gate, you're going to want to put output, not input, because the input won't work. You're going to need an output. So we're going to put combo guy. It's linked to that now, and you won't really need this guy anymore. Once that block is down, you just keep it down, place it to the side, do whatever. You don't need to make it big or anything, it's just gonna stay on there. So now, here's where the moveset's coming. We're gonna place, we're gonna go to interactions, place 4 moveset blocks down. If you want to have more than 4 blocks, just do that. You can have at least, the least amount you can have is 4. So, let's see here. Alright, like last time, we're going to make them big enough to engulf the player. Alright, so now we're going to link these all together. Alright, there we go. Now that they're linked together, we're going to separate their numbers. So, you don't have to worry about that one. Alright, so now that that's done, what this little block does, it allows the custom movesets to shine, which by all those combo-like moves, flashy ones. So once you're done with that, you're gonna click this. This may look confusing. It is confusing. It took me around a month to actually figure out what this does because my simple mind couldn't comprehend simple actions. Okay, so once you have this open, you're gonna click that little plus. You're gonna move this first block right over here. And this is how you'll start your first attack or your first move. Since I'm making a little guy for combos, I'm going to start with 1. So you're going to click a skill. In this case, I'm going to put here. Not the best one, but I'm going to put Locust Skies, Clever. Then once you're done with that, you can click the animations. Click the animation that you think suits best. Also, make sure to track how long it is. Certain ones can be really hard to track. So things like Locust Guys and UGs, they're easy to keep track of because they're really quick. At least it's around a second long. Alright, now that we're done with that first one, we're going to add Gojo's Rapid Punches. You can change the animations if you want. Just make sure they're timed as long as the move, or it won't work. Sound effects. In order to do sound effects, I'll record a separate video for that, or I'll record something separate and just add it into the recordings. I can't speak, so we're not going to worry about these. Let me make this a little bit larger so I can add some more stuff to it. So I want to add a little dummy. There we go. So now that we have our first move done, we can I do a little trick that puts the touch block hovering over it. So that means you can still access the moves without having to go inside of the touch block, which gets annoying. So now we can grab our first move. We're gonna disable free build. There we go. We can name it whatever we want. There we go, a basic combo. We're gonna name this one basic combo. And alright, so this is the move key button, or the move key, so you can choose whatever. You probably already know that. And this is your cooldowns. You can make your cooldown however long you want. In this case, I'm going to put 13. And then I don't have to worry about this one anymore. So right here is where we're going to put our next one. We're going to do the same thing, it's just we can do it different now. There we go, forgot to fix that. I'm going to put this at a 20-second cooldown. There we go, we got our next move. We're gonna ignore this. Alright, so yeah, there we go. We can form some pretty nice combos with this. Alright, for our next, we're gonna do the same thing for the next. I'm gonna speed all these up. If you don't like your move and you want to get rid of the little squares, you gotta click this little subtract button. I missed it that bad. You gotta click one of the squares and press subtract. If you like one of your moves, you can press this little button right here, and then you can go to a different move set, and then you can click this. That's a copy and paste mechanic. Look for it. Real quick. There we go. There we go. Simple combo right there. Alright, for our final move, we can do whatever. The same thing as last time. go. We done it. Let me fix up that animation real quick, cause I think it's the wrong one. Alright, that completes our custom moveset. I hope you guys find this video helpful, and bye.